in 30 minutes. Now on BBC1, we're up the leathers.
He's awake then.
He's been crying all night.
Yeah. Well, that's what babies do.
He's hot, huh?
It's hardly surprising with the radiator at full blast, is it? It's like the Brazilian rainforest in here.
Maybe he's got a little bug.
Maybe he's just tired, like the rest of us. Sorry.
Paul is there for the ball. He's onside. He shoots. He scores. That is a fantastic goal. We won't see many strikes like that this season. Leverbridge Town, sensational new find. Salute to Dale End supporters, and rightly so.
You can turn it sour with that face. No, you're alright, I'll make me own.
Well, I would have made you one, but I'm not used to seeing you out of bed this early.
It's the big day, isn't it? Me and Golden Boot's going to talk tactics.
Wait till I've gone to work, eh?
You can at least pretend to be interested.
I've told you already, Chris. I'll go to the trial if you go to the hospital.
You're determined to ruin this for Lee.
I'm trying to protect him.
He needs us to believe in him.
Don't you dare accuse me of not supporting my son.
Well, why don't you show me support at the touchline instead of shouting at me in the kitchen?
Filling his head with dreams.
And what's wrong with that?
How can you build up his hopes when you know what might happen?
Well, how's he supposed to perform on the pitch with all these test results hanging over him?
I should have had him tested years ago, but you wouldn't hear of it.
Look, if he was going to develop this thing, then...
Muscular dystrophy. It's called Becker muscular dystrophy.
Then it would have happened by now.
Oh, so now you're a medical expert.
He's got talent, Leslie. More talent than I ever had. What am I supposed to say to him, eh? Give it up, son. You're going to be in a wheelchair by the time you're 40. Here he is, star player.
You look tired. Not surprised. All that banging about with weights first thing this morning.
He's got to train if he wants to be in peak condition. No pain, no gain, eh? Nervous?
No.
Go on. Might not be England's schoolboys, but a lot of lads your age would kill to play for Leatherbridge Town. I remember my trial for the Leathers like it was yesterday. Didn't sleep a wink the night before.
If I hear that story one more time.
She's just in a bad mood. She's worried about you.
I wish you wouldn't argue about me getting ill and stuff. I hate it when you argue.
Yeah. Me too. Tell you what, I'm gonna make us a proper cooked breakfast. Get those energy levels up for the trial.
Is any of that food actually going in his mouth?
He's not hungry.
He isn't well.
Well, look, if you're really worried about him, then maybe we should stay in all afternoon. What do you think?
I promised Charlie that we'd go for a picnic.
He isn't a poodle.
You don't have to come if you don't want to.
Oh, Rico, of course I want to come. Look, we'll all go after morning surgery, OK? I'll get a big coat. Have you got the shopping list?
Yes, I have the shopping list.
And you're sure you're going to be all right with little Charlie on your own?
Yeah. Once you get a hang of it, this baby thing, it's actually quite easy.
Put him up here.
Five, 6, 7.
Oh, how many times, Lee? Not in the house. Right, I'll pick you up about 4:30.
You're not coming to the trial?
I've got to work, darling. I've already taken time off to take you to the hospital this afternoon because your father won't. Here, 4:30.
Right then, bacon sarnie. Brown sauce?
Red sauce?
We'll have a little kick about in the garden, eh?
Okay.
I'm pregnant, aren't I? I had to know. We're going for Lee's test results this afternoon.
Well, I could refer you for a prenatal BMD diagnosis. It's a procedure that wasn't available when you were pregnant with Lee.
How could I have been so stupid?
If the child is male, we can find out if the muscular dystrophy has been inherited, and you can consider all the options open to you.
I can't have another baby.
You know a girl won't be affected.
She might be a carrier. She might have to sit here one day and go through this.
She might.
And what if it's another boy?
Well, there is a 50-50 chance that he won't develop the disease in adolescence.
My dad was a gambling man. He told me to take a chance and try for a baby. What are the odds, Leslie?
Can you honestly tell me that you regret having Lee?
Of course I don't. He's my son.
And he's a great kid.
I've seen what muscular dystrophy does to people, that's all. My dad was walking with sticks by the time he was 30. He was dead at 62. If Lee's got that in store for him, I couldn't bear it.
Lee might not even be carrying the BMD gene.
You sound like my husband.
Have you talked to him about this pregnancy?
At the moment, Chris has got more important things on his mind.
Someone looks tired.
How's the babysitting? Hello, the Millhouse Centre.
Formula milk.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Daly.
It's Rico.
I know. One moment, please. How old is he?
15 months.
Okay, by follow-on or progress, and you'll be fine. Not the infant one, those too rich. What have you done to him?
Nothing. He's been like this all morning. People keep looking at me as if it's my fault. He's not well, I told Greg, but...
Well, you'll have to bring him into the surgery.
Greg will think I'm overreacting.
Oh, no, he won't.
He'd think I can't cope.
Oh, well, I can't imagine where he got that idea from. Anyway, look, you can see Michelle, and he will never even know you've been here. OK, then, Mrs. Daly.
What?
I'll see you soon.
Donna?
You're right.
Yeah.
Lee's got a football trial today. Leatherbridge under-17s.
I'm impressed.
He wants to play professionally like his dad did. Leatherbridge Town's answer to David Beckham with cheaper jewellery. He never quite made it, and he never got over it. Now Chris is living the dream through Lee.
And you think that's irresponsible?
I think it's unforgivable. I feel so spiteful when I don't encourage Lee. I can't pretend we're a normal family.
Lee saw how the Becker MD affected his granddad. I'm sure he understands.
I've watched him grow up, and I've waited for the smallest sign. He's always been slower than the other boys, and now these leg pains.
You know you did the right thing getting Lee tested.
Try telling Chris that. He refuses to accept the possibility there might be anything wrong with him.
He's frightened.
I know.
Look, whatever happens with this hospital appointment, it's going to have a big impact on all of you. You should go for the results together.
I know.
Why don't I talk to Chris?
He won't listen.
You're pregnant, he's going to have to.
This is Charlie.
Oh, hello, Charlie. Oh, he's adorable.
Listen, I'm gonna take him through to Michelle's room.
No, you can't jump the queue. Come here, let me have a look at him. Oh, hello, misery boy. What's wrong with you then? Hey, have a look. Oh, he's teething.
Teething?
His molars are coming through.
Ah, okay.
You're gonna have to get him some teething gel.
From a chemist?
Yes, from a chemist.
Okay.
Oh, where do you think you're going?
5 minutes. Keep him out of sight of Greg, yeah?
Rico, you are never leaving him here with me. Rico!
So I've been trying to get hold of Rico all morning. There's no reply. I hope he's all right with that baby.
Oh, he's fine. I mean, I'm sure he will be fine. Listen, Greg, I'm up to my eyeballs, so if you can...
Maybe I should have taken the Donna, what is Charlie doing in here?
Rico popped in and popped out.
What, and he left the baby with you?
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
Do you know what, Greg? If you're that concerned, why don't you just take care of him?
Exactly what I'm going to do. Come here, little man. Oh! Ah! Ooh. I'm going to kill Rico.
Join the queue.
Come on, little man. Come on, little man. Oh, look, you wait here, fella, okay? Hello. Speaking. Oh, hello. Yeah, I've got a minute or two. I see. Well, no, I won't pretend it's been the easiest time. Right. Well, that's very good to know. Well, no, as I said at the time, I never wanted the investigation in the first place. I knew I hadn't done anything wrong. Well, it's good of you to find the time to call me personally, but it is something I'm going to have to think about. Yes, I'm sure you do. Well, listen, why don't I come to a decision and I can let you know in the next couple of days? Yes, good. Yes, you too. Bye. Charlie? Oh, no. Donna, have you got Charlie?
No, you took him off me.
Oh.
Rico, Charlie.
Okay, I left him with Donna.
I gave him to Greg.
The door was open. I was on the phone.
Hello, Munchkin. Where'd you come from? You've lost Charlie.
You've lost my son?
Your son?
How could you leave him out of your sight?
You were supposed to be looking after him.
Rico's son? No.
Come to Daddy, little fella.
What about you? There was a swinger.
Oh, Michelle, he's not a swinger.
Well, when were you going to let us in on your little secret?
It's not a secret.
We're just getting used to the idea ourselves.
I'm never gonna let you alone again. Come on.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right. Nice to see someone still remembers me. Right, think about your game plan. Channel those nerves, control that adrenaline. You run down every ball. You don't let these kids push you about, yeah? Give those scouts something to talk about. You've got the skills, just show them you've got the commitment. Look, if they come anywhere near you, just smile, yeah? Good lad.
I thought I could smell cheap aftershave.
Oh, long time no see, mate. How are you? Lee, this is Mr. Henderson, one of the best coaches in the business. This is my son. He's a cracking little footballer.
Where do you like to play, lad?
Midfield, sir.
Chip off the old block, eh?
So long as you can last 90 minutes. Your dad could rarely manage it. All right, everybody. I want all the players out on the pitch for a pre-tripectal. Go on. Am I keeping you?
I just wanted to say thanks for giving Lee this chance.
So long as the boy can play football, he won't need any favours. He needs building up a bit.
Well, he's working on it. Nothing wrong there.
Never said there was. It'll all come out in the medical. Right. The first thing I'll say is you're lucky to have me. Now, you've all been shown the training facilities. This academy is one of the best in the country, and it is run by a group of dedicated people who are committed to bringing along local talent, and that is you. Now, some of you lads here today will go on to play football at a senior level. The ones who do are usually the ones who work hard and listen. Now, we've got a lot to do here today, so I'm going to talk you through the basics. Tackling, kicking, heading, passing skills, dribbling skills, and later on, we'll take a look at set play pieces. After the tryout, we'll have another little talk, covering sports injuries, nutrition, sports psychology. Now, I know it's a lot to take in, but I want you to enjoy yourselves.
I'm here for Lee. Doesn't mean I've changed my mind about this trial. Here. That's the tea I never made you.
Training your bodies, training your minds, and training to be a team. The difference between a good player and a great player is how they react under pressure. How they perform is what really matters. And how they handle distractions from the fans. Right. Dribbling and ball control. 2 teams, 2 lines.
Feeling pressed now. Just watch. With that ball. He's looking good, eh?
Yeah, he's doing okay.
That's my lad, that one there.
I know Lee's got talent. I just wish he'd spend more time in his schoolwork instead of kicking a ball around 24/7.
Why can't you just enjoy his moment?
He's behind academically, Chris.
Oh, not now.
You know, sometimes that's a sign of muscular dystrophy.
Would you keep it down?
A few qualifications would give him a fighting chance of a normal life.
Lee will never be academic. Sporty like his father.
Yeah, look where he ended up.
I got injured. You never invited him, did you?
I might have mentioned the trial.
You know what? I am not going with you for those test results. Staying over here. That's all we need. Dr. Gulping at him from the sidelines.
Well, I promised not to go up. How's he doing?
It's fine. He's doing just fine.
Thought we could have a chat.
One-on-one next. You'll show him. He'll inch-perfect passes. You telling me that's disabled? 15 years I've had this hanging over me.
If Lee has inherited BMD, you'll need to be prepared.
He'll waste away to nothing. How do I prepare myself for something like that? He's saving himself. You'll show him. Just you wait.
Donut?
No. Thanks.
Is this what you wanted me to see?
OK, so he's a pace behind some of the others.
Tell him, will you? Tell him that Lee'll never be a footballer.
He looks tired.
He's just having an off day. He's just forgotten the game plan.
For once in your life, just once, will you face up to this?
Well, it's his mother's genes that are bad. Your side of the family passed this on, not mine.
Do you mind we're trying to play football here?
You know what? If he does end up in a wheelchair, it'll be your fault.
Don't you think I know that? Don't you think it haunts me?
Leslie, I didn't...
I'm pregnant, Chris. I'm pregnant. Lousy timing, eh?
How's it down? You okay, lad? Can you walk?
There's a man down injured. Paulie looks to be in real trouble. It could be all over for the number 4, and that would be a real shame.
Lad? You okay, lad? Can you walk?
If the pain's been getting worse, you should have told someone.
Are you mad? They just stopped me doing the trial. They're not going to ask me back, are they? It's all I've ever wanted to do. Play football.
I'm sorry.
If my legs do give out, I'll live with it. I'm not sure my dad will, though.
Yeah, well, I've got to get back and you, should get to the hospital.
And penalties first.
Well, you should rest those legs.
One shot. Please. I've been waiting years for this trial. Let me finish it.
Okay.
It's his legs. They might not be right. I just wanted him to make the big time. He wouldn't have messed it up like his old man.
You need to put all that behind you. Take up golf, write a book, get over it.
He shoots, he scores, and it's fantastic goal. We don't see many strikers like that this season. Leverbridge Town, sensational new find, salute to Dale End supporters, and rightly so.
Thought you'd gone.
He needs a lift.
He's just getting his stuff together. Took a bit of a tumble.
What?
He's fine. Listen, what I said earlier was unforgivable. And I'll say sorry 1,000 times if it'll just make you smile again.
What are we gonna do, eh?
We're gonna talk. About the future, about us, about our baby. But first we're gonna go and get Lee's test results.
Give it a rest, will you? I don't know what's worse, the kissing or the show.
Don't be cheeky.
Lee, your mum's got something to tell you.
Chris,
I was gonna find out sometime.
I'm pregnant.
That's great, Mum.
Really?
Really. Now can we get this hospital appointment over and done with? We've got to be back here at 7:30 for an evening kick-off.
You should be staying indoors after today's adventures.
You are joking.
What's wrong with my company?
Cut tie, 5th round.
Yeah, let us take on championship opposition. If I haven't taken enough punishment for one day.
Can we go soon?
Yeah. We can go soon.
I had a VIP call this morning from the new superintendent at the station.
Why didn't you tell me?
Well, we weren't talking.
And what did he say?
Oh, just that they've finished their investigation and I've been completely exonerated. He wants to formally offer me my job back and he hopes we can put this terrible incident behind us.
Well, that's great news. No?
I don't know if I really want to be a police surgeon anymore. I mean, if you're not careful, it takes over your whole life.
You love that job. Every time you're on a big case, you can't stop talking about it.
Just exactly my point.
Well, I would go back with my head held high and ask for a pay rise. They're lucky to have you. I'm lucky to have you, Greg. And Charlie. My two brown-eyed boys, huh?
Much more than just the chat show. Spend your Friday night with Jonathan Ross at 10:35 here on BBC1, while Mark's double is assassinated in Diagnosis Murder next.